This is happening. Hi. My name's Jake, if you don't know this. It's different from Snapchat now because I have a spinning chair. I'm not on my bed, and my bed's kind of shit. But, new fun little fact, I'm going to be using this camera, and I have wonderful crew members. She's right there. She's the best. So, what we're going to be focusing on is something that I call Real Talk. And Real Talk is where we have a bunch of gentlemanly discussions, and of course women-like ones, and we talk about some shit that, can I say it? We're going to bleep that. My thing about this is that we all don't talk about things that we should talk about, and I feel like that we just hide some things, and we're just scared about others' opinions and discussions and things. So we're just going to sit here, and we're going to talk about some wonderful topics. And today is what, the 6th, 5th, February? Doesn't matter because it's a really short month and it's kind of irrelevant. Other than the fact that it's a leap year, and what is a leap? What's a leap year? Right? February is about what? Black History Month, right? That's the first thing you thought of, Ron. You thought about buying chocolates. It comes down to Valentine's Day. So, which everyone knows is February 14th. Valentine's Day is we have to go out and go to Walgreens and just max out on what? Some cards, maybe like those like really cheap caramels, those things. And then just grab a stuffed animal. And then like maybe a bottle of like some really like nice $9 like pink Moscato. And then your girlfriend loves you. And then you're judged your whole relationship on it. You realize how much money you just spent? Homie got played. Well, guess what? We don't play that anymore because we're gangsters. No, bring this back. So, my thing about Valentine's Day is I think that we're too materialistic on things. And obviously that's not what we want to do because relationships are what? Non-materialistic. You're supposed to love somebody for who they are. It's a crazy little concept. I could imagine if I got my ex-girlfriend, well, she's ex for a reason, but we're going to pass that. If I didn't get her all those wonderful little treats that every man has to. I feel like that my love has put a value on. Of course, you have people going, oh, you don't need to get me anything, but you know damn well that's a trap. Okay, real talk. Have you ever really meant that you never wanted anything? The fucking trick, because when we do it, because guess what? Yes, queen, absolutely. Like, you run the show, absolutely. And so when you say don't want anything, we go, that's a lie. So then we don't get you anything because like we respect your wishes because we're like, I listened to her. I just want him to listen. And so when I do listen and I'm just like, babe, I love you. And she's like, but are you fucking kidding me? Like, you shouldn't do things like that. Like, it shouldn't be a relationship, shouldn't be based on that. And I feel like right here, oof, I'm gonna take it. Can you take a minute? Can we take a minute? So, Valentine's Day. After you do that, what else is thing? Date night. How horrible is date night? I'm sorry, but I mean, I'd rather just be hanging out with you in what? Like, the bed, not to be a perv. You horrible people. Like, stop it. Like, no, premarital. With date nights and things like that, you have to go out and you have to show your loved one that you have affection towards them. And I feel that really it's become an aspect of expectation. I'm not saying don't do it. That's great if you do it. But people nowadays value relationship on what they can post on, social media, and also what they can say that, oh, he took me here. And I feel really bad that I keep saying he took me here because I feel like I'm just blaming women. Trust me, there's a lot of guys out there, I'm not naming any, that take Valentine's Day really seriously. And, it's something that, let me get past eventually. Social media, it's a silent competition. It's one of those silent auctions where you have that one dude in the back just going like, yeah, like it's one of those things. Because we're all trying to outdo each other. I mean, I won't be surprised in how many Michael Kors watches I've seen. And oh my God, how he went and got me the stress relief body wash and all of the candles. And he got me my favorite chocolate. And then I feel that we're held up to those standards. The wrong intentions are behind it. Valentine's Day is horrible. Like, the only Valentine's Day that I know of is, like, St. Valentine's Day. Like, the Valentine's Day, like, massacre. Like, that was dope. That's a Valentine's Day we can get behind. Like, some OG Bobby Johnsons running around here with some Tommies, like, brrrr. But Valentine's Day has become more of a corporate holiday, and this isn't because I'm jaded. It's not like, she never called me back. It's just, it's not like love doesn't exist. It's just that I feel that this is, you should just do this randomly. This should be fun for you. Like, what I used to do is I would walk into my ex's work and I would just surprise her with flowers, because why not? Because it's a Wednesday and she's not expecting it, and then I get to hold one over on her. So I'd be like, hey, remember I did that for you? Now you should let me go out with the guys. Like, that was always a fun time. But you have to guilty her into like doing things. Like, when you fight with your girlfriend or significant other, you should fight back by being insanely nice, and that'll ruin them. Fun little fat guys, write that down in your life journal. Because the whole point of showing affection and being in a relationship is not having to do it on a mandatory day. Like, that takes away from it. Because you have to do it. Because unless you're, Jehovah's Witness, but besides the point, you have to do it. And if you don't, people judge you, and they judge your relationship. Really, everyone that you know judges you. You could tell your boss, you could tell your sister, your boyfriend, girlfriend, parents, and they're going to be judging you. It's like, why aren't you getting, like, nothing to go out to dinner? It feels like a mandatory holiday. Like, you have to do it to prove your relationship. And if that's the case, I'm going to be single forever, and that's all right with me. Mandatory days you have to go through is like, I prove it at work because I'm good at my job because I have to. But then your relationship starts turning into a retail job, and that's not very fun because everyone hates retail. I'm feeling this right now. Like, that one hits home a little bit. Wrap this up. Anyways, you don't need to do this. You don't have to actually go out and prove your love on a mandatory day. You should just do it by being a wonderful, supportive person in every endeavor that they encounter, every problem that they have to, an obstacle they have to jump over. Or just, because it's Wednesday and it's raining outside. That's what a relationship is. Not buying all the candy you could find and getting a restaurant reservation that is not even that good, but people rave about it because they're nuts. You just tell them that you love them and give them a hug. Because that's what relationships are. I'm done. Bye. It's not even 8 o'clock on a Friday and I'm getting nudes. I'm done. February, people. Month of love.